so you've got these lawsuits, you've got this new front of abortion via mail order. And you talked about in your speech how while we rejoice that another Planned Parenthood clinic has closed, a brick and mortar has closed, the reality is that the mail orders business is booming, and they don't necessarily need the brick and mortar. So what does this do to the Planned Parenthoods of the world? I mean, do they become necessary, or we kind of what do you foresee happening on that side? It's been our adversary for a long, long time.
Long time, and they used to try to convince us that abortion was only 3% of their work, and it's like, well, that was very sketchy math at best. Like, if I just, on its face, that was very sketchy, and I think it's clear, given the fact that, gosh, like, actually abortion numbers are going up, by all estimates that we've seen, they've actually increased since Dobbs, and they were a little before that too.
Since they overturned Roe v. Wade, and we thought abortion was going to go away, but what's happened is it's going up.
It's gone up, and largely because it's become more easily accessible, more available because it's being made available around the clock, and that only happens through the mail order online access, right? You couldn't do that. You couldn't have enough brick and mortar to make that kind of rise happen. That's happening because of the reality of e-commerce, the simplicity of being able to get online and access stuff, and it means also that even life states, states that have passed rules constraining abortion in any way. Some have been very, very dramatic and basically constraining all abortions. Others have been very strong, but only constraining it after 6 weeks, and a variety of those things. Like, those are, we would call life states, right? They're at least moving to protect life versus abortion states that move to protect and prefer abortion and pay for some of them. So the reality of the whole online mail order aspect is that no state in the US is abortion free. Abortions are happening in big numbers in life states as well as certainly in abortion states.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And one of the things you all are doing, you haven't mentioned this, and I'm going to mention this because I know this, but you have option line, right? So you have a 24/7, 800 toll-free number where women can call you from around the globe, not just the states, right? And and you have bilingual operators. And when a woman calls, I think one of the studies you showed that women love to talk to a human. It's not a bot, it's not a robot, it's not an answer machine. That you don't get. I mean, look, you don't get that from Delta Airlines or in the airline. You wait on hold for hours to get a human, and they try to get you. They don't want you to talk to a human. They don't want that, and that human sometimes doesn't speak your own language, or if they do, they don't do it very well. And so you wait, and but yet women are calling Heartbeat. They can search it up. They can search and they find the option line toll-free number where you have people who are real people 24/7 on Christmas, on New Year's, and you've just had a record year.
We did, and now we use all those tools that you just mentioned. We have some digital ways to find. There's a whole idea of the shopper today is a DIY shopper, right? They want to do it themselves. They want a self-serve option, and so we want to help them if they want to find their way towards a positive, life-affirming choice of pregnancy help. We want to help them do that. If we want to help them just, and if they're not sure that's what they want, they still can find their way to someone that will simply walk through their options, walk and help them understand. And that's the beauty of that we have, is that we work with those 4,000 locations around the globe. More than 2,000 of them are right here in the US. And so when someone connects with us, we're going to connect them with that local pregnancy help. Now, what's been interesting, like you said, we had 2 million of those last year. Now that was crazy.
2 million visitors or 2 million.
Well, we had 2 million connections that we made. We helped individuals find a way to get to their local to get to pregnancy help near them.